guys are ready for this, cool, man. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be wicked. Yo, let's go. I know we got Nottingham in the house. We got Tennessee. Okay, we got people calling from Tennessee. We got people calling from Bermuda, right? Woodford. I think you meant Watford, bro, but I've never heard of Woodford before. London in the house, right? Huge London team. All right, wicked, man. I think I saw Croyden in there as well. I mean, that's just me. But yeah, man, we're calling it from West London over here in Heathrow. So shout out to everyone in West London. But guys, it's cool. Firstly, I just want to say thank you all for joining the call, taking the time out. But this call is going to be legendary. All right. When I say legendary, I'm talking legendary, right? What you're about to experience, you've probably never experienced before. All right. Put a 111 in the chat if you've ever heard of Bob Proctor. Put a 111 in the chat if you've ever heard of Bob Proctor. Right? All right, cool. I see this chat blowing up right now. Okay, you guys are ready now. The person that we have in the call, right? The person that we have in the call that's coming to the call, taking the time out to say, okay, listen, man, everything else I'm doing, I'll put on hold for like the next hour or so, and I'm gonna share some information with your team. And who you're about to hear from, okay? He's been in the industry of network marketing. He's got multiple other businesses. He's a business owner, tycoon, okay? And he's being coached one-to-one by Bob Proctor. What I need you guys to understand, the generational coaching that he's receiving is crazy. It is next level, right? You have Andrew Carnegie, who coached Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill, who was friends and mentored Earl Nightingale. And Earl Nightingale, who didn't just coach Bob Proctor, but Bob Proctor was one of his vice presidents. And now Bob Proctor is giving all that information that he's got from generations of teaching, right? He's giving it to Brian Dalmassa. And now Brian is on our call. Now, for some of you, you know Bob Proctor, you might not know Brian, but Brian is running something called the Matrix Success Network. And it's something that me, my partner Ali, and a couple of us, Candice, I know Derek is in it as well. I know Danny is a part of it as well. So it's some of us that's a part of it. And what you're about to see is what he's been showing us on separate calls as well. So this call that he's going to be doing is just out of the goodness of his heart. So what I need you guys to do is just have pure and complete, there's no distractions. Make sure you have a notebook, not a mobile phone, a notebook. Write the notes down. Take notes. Because I'm telling you, he's about to shift your entire paradigm. Brian, I think that's enough said, bro. I'm going to hand it over to you so you can take over. And yeah, man, let's get it rocking. Let's get it kicking. Let's do this.
Hey, Maurice, what's up, brother? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, loud and clear, bro.
Awesome. Thanks for that introduction. It's my pleasure to be here, guys, tonight. Yeah, get a notebook for sure. I've been very blessed, very grateful to call Bob Proctor a friend, a mentor, and we're actually working together, growing his business as well. So just blessed and grateful to be here. Happy to help out. As always, any friend of Maurice's is a friend of mine. And yeah, get the notebooks out because this is going to be like drinking from a fire hose. I'm going to hit you guys hard and quick. Give me a lot of information, a lot of mindset coaching, some network marketing coaching, and just opening your eyes to the industry that you guys are in. So you guys are all going to be getting the replays from this as well. So don't worry if you miss something. Just try to participate, keep an open mind, and just realize that wealth is 95% mindset. This is not an understatement. Wealth generation is 95% mindset and only 5% what you do. So it doesn't matter if you're in network marketing and real estate. I can teach you to weave baskets and make millions of dollars all over the world. It's more about the mindset of what you're doing. And I'm going to give you some examples, right? I know you guys here are mostly Forex traders, or probably all of you, but there might be some people watching this that are not yet involved with this amazing company. So you can be a stock trader on the stock market, right? You can be the average stock trader, or you can be a stock trader, right? Warren Buffett. So what's the difference? The difference is mindset, right? You can be in real estate, right? You guys can be in real estate. Some of you probably are in real estate, or You can be in real estate like Grant Cardone, right? So think about that. What's the difference? Same industry, different mindset, different mindset. All right, guys, and all of you here, most of you are probably in network marketing. So you can be in network marketing like 150 million other people in the world, or you can be in network marketing, right? Now you guys know who this is, I'm sure. And the only difference is mindset. And what you have to know about Alex is he also trains one-on-one with Bob Proctor, just like I do. And what we're going to teach you here is exactly what Bob teaches me. There's no difference. My background is mechanical engineering. And what Bob teaches and what I teach is the science of wealth generation, not the opinion, not the maybe. It's the science of wealth generation. What that means is if you follow this process, and if you join us in the Mindset Masters, it's a mathematical fact that you're going to get where you're looking to go. All right, guys. So first of all, let's talk about the industry of network marketing. Some of you are actually in this industry and fearful of it. You're not knowing what it is. You're not posturing up, and you're nervous when you're talking to people for a fear of what they might say or what they might think. Now, if you're team building and you're coming at people with a low vibration, you are not going to build a team. So let's just go through some of the myths about what network marketing is. Network marketing is a $200 billion a year industry. Think about that. It's one of the things that moves some of the most products in the world. It's over $200 billion a year industry. There's more millionaires in network marketing than there are realtors. Let that one sink in. Now, real estate is the largest wealth generator on the planet, but there are more millionaire network marketers than there are millionaire realtors. So for all of you that don't have posture when you're talking about network marketing, I want to give you some facts and some evidence. And network marketing, especially what you guys are doing in iMarkets Live, is a recession-proof home-based business. Think about that right now. Anybody 6 months ago that was laughing at you guys with your cute little home business, now they're laid off and working from home or looking to work from home, right? So a lot of people are going to be much more open to what you have to say. And guys, I want you to do this. Don't be the person that says, see, I told you so. You need a home-based business. Don't be that guy, but reach out to people and say, listen, I feel your pain. This is exactly why I have a recession-proof home-based business model. And what I mean by recession-proof is Forex trading is recession-proof. You can make money on up markets and down markets. Matter of fact, you make money all the time as long as you're on the right side of the equation, which is what the iMarkets Live processes and the whole structure of what they do teaches you, is to be on the right side of the equation. All right, so know your craft, know your industry. All right, this industry led me to a whole bunch of things. Getting educated in network marketing led me to professional public speaking, teaching, coaching, training, business structures, daily methods of operation, weekly methods of operation. And the information I learned in network marketing allowed me to scale my construction company from $1 million to 10 million in 12 months, way back when in the early days. And the information from this industry also led me to Bob Proctor, right? Network marketing teaches people to personally develop, right? Outside of the school systems. This is where millionaires and billionaires get educated. And it led me to build a whole host of companies, including a software company, a clothing company, a gaming company, with a #2 earner in a network marketing company still as well, very part-time. And I don't say this to impress you. I say this to impress upon you. Understand what the industry of network marketing is, because you guys are looking to build big teams. And some of you are not posturing up, not knowing what you're bringing to the table. When I approach like a surgeon with my network marketing company, I posture up. The dude's only making $500,000 a year, right? A professional network marketer can make that in a month, and with no stress from anywhere in the world, you know, laughing all the way, sipping margaritas, right? Now, I'm not saying it's not work. It's not a lottery ticket, but the fact of the matter is there's very little initial capital. There's no stress. Like a doctor, you know, they're performing surgeries. They have staff. They have malpractice insurance. Almost every industry out there has a ton of stress with it, but not network marketing. It's stress-free, and there's not much capital. And you have the ability to earn millions of dollars a year or even a month, right? So most global thought leaders recommend network marketing to build that initial wealth. I'm talking people like Bob Proctor, Robert Kiyosaki, people like Richard Branson, right? They're all huge fans of network marketing. So when you talk to multi-hundred millionaires and billionaires, they will all support this industry. It's only when you're talking to people that are making maybe a couple of $100,000 a month, it's like, oh, what is that, a pyramid scheme? And they're just advertising their ignorance. But again, guys, don't get on the side of the equation where you're bashing people. Like, what is that? You're JOB, you're just over broke. You're basically telling them they're an idiot and then say, hey, come join my company. You want to get the right language. You want to be a professional. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do here, right? This is where you can learn leadership and public speaking, teaching, coaching, training. All the skills that I've used to build all of my other companies came from network marketing. All right, guys? And you get paid while you're learning. Think about that, right? People spend 4 to 6 years in engineering school like I did and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you don't make money for the 4 to 6 years in traditional school. Network marketing, you can make money day one and you're learning. So understand your craft, understand your industry, get out there and present this as the profession it is and watch your team blow up. All right, guys, so here's the deal. 95% or 96% of the world's wealth is earned by 1% of the population. I want you to think about this. And then more importantly, why is this? Everybody goes through school. We all go through the same systems everywhere in the world for the most part, but 1% of the people are earning almost all the wealth on the planet. Why is this, right? And think about Forex trading. I really want you to think about this one. See, Forex trading, 5% of the people are earning 95% of the money. So it's the 5% of patient people that are in Forex trading, which is what you guys are in, and even in Bitcoin and cryptos, right? The money just moves. 95% goes to the 5%. It's the 5% that are patient and have a strong mindset and a strong system, right? So in IML, you have the system. What we're going to do in the Mindset Masters is give you the mindset. You have to be emotionless trading. You cannot trade on emotion. You can't do something some week and then not the next. You need a system, a proven system, and a strong mindset. So we're going to give you the mindset piece here, and you already have the other part of the equation. So again, guys, know what you have when you're presenting this to people. All right. And the reason for all of this, the reason why a lot of people don't succeed, no matter what the industry is we are simply not taught how to build wealth in schools. And I'm not here to beat up on the school systems. It's not their fault. It's not your fault either. It's not your parents' fault. There's no blame. It's just generational ignorance. If we were taught to build wealth in school, every single one of you would already be wealthy, right? We're not taught decision-making. We're not taught self-image. I mean, for the love of God, real estate is the largest wealth-generating mechanism in the world, and we're not taught anything about real estate in high school. Think about that. We're not taught to save up some money, go get a 3-family for your first building, live in one, rent out the other 2. That should just be basic high school strategy. As soon as you get out of high school, you should own real estate, right? And we're definitely not taught paradigms. So we're going to focus a little bit here on paradigms because this is the roadmap to success. Once you understand paradigms, you got the keys to the kingdom. All right, guys. So the word paradigm is just a fancy word that we use to describe a set of mental programs that have almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior. I'm going to say that a little different. It's a set of mental programs stored in your subconscious mind, causing all of your results. Your physical results are triggered by mental programs in your subconscious mind. All right, guys, I'm going to give you another analogy here. Your subconscious mind is like the operating system in a computer. Let this one sink in. I want to write this one down. You have an operating system. It's called your subconscious mind. This is where all your programs are stored. You have a program called speaking, walking, eating, right? I want you to think about this. You never chose to speak your native language. Let that one sink in for a little bit, right? You never chose to speak that language. It was just spoken around you. It went right in the subconscious mind. Well, wealth creation is a language. Think of it that way. Wealth creation is a language, and you just might not be well versed in it yet. All right, guys? So walking is a paradigm. It's a program. When we want to walk from point A to point B, we consciously tap into a program that's called walking, and it moves hundreds of muscles in succession to cause us to walk. And you never would have learned to walk without mentors, right? I could have given you a book on walking at birth, and you probably would have drooled on it, right? But you wouldn't have learned to walk. Somebody had to physically hold your hand, one foot in front of the other, and they had to demonstrate. That's what mentors do, and that's what we've committed our life to doing, is mentoring people in the wealth mindset. If any of you out here are smokers, I apologize in advance, right? But smoking is not a physical habit. It's a mental program expressed physically. Let me say that again. It's not a physical habit, right? Doctors will tell you it's a physical habit because they don't know. But it is a physical expression of a mental program is what it really is. Does that make sense? You have a program in your subconscious mind if you're smoking. Nobody wants to smoke. Nobody likes to smoke. They certainly don't want to spend the money, and they certainly don't want to kill themselves one drag after the next. So this is how strong a paradigm is. Well, here's what I want to tell you. Wealth building is also a program. And the subconscious mind would not know the difference between smoking or wealth building. Let that one sink in for a minute. Warren Buffett wakes up every day and he just builds wealth. He earns about $37 million a day on average. Some people wake up and they smoke. It's a program. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 1 in the chat if this is resonating, if I'm hitting home here. I want to make sure we get some examples that resonate with you guys so that we can kind of break down the walls and get you guys right to the core. Awesome, awesome. A lot of ones. Dig it. Awesome, guys. So Forex trading is a habit. It's a program. Now, most of you might be trading on fear. That's no bueno, no good, right? You cannot trade on fear. You will self-sabotage. You will be in a low vibration. You will have conflict. You'll have chaos in your mind. You have to trade from a place of confidence. Now, if you have a system like you guys do, then you just follow the system. You don't alter the system, though. You don't say, you know what, I feel different today. Like I'm going to double down today. Well, that's an erratic behavior in a system. And now you're gambling and not trading. You're not following a system. So my advice to you guys, if you're new, is figure it out on paper, right? Whenever I coach a trader, I say, you want a system and you paper trade for X period of time. And then when you're feeling good and you produce more wins than losses for a given period of time, say 30 days, then you can implement what I do is every other day trading. Now this takes discipline and willpower. You paper trade Monday, you trade live on Tuesday, paper trade Wednesday, trade live. What you're doing is you're showing the subconscious mind that there's no difference. And then when you get that system down for 30 days, then you go live and you're off to the races. Too many people start trading live too early with a fear-based mentality, and then they crash their accounts because they do one small thing different than was recommended by the trader. And then they say the system doesn't work, but that's not the case at all. The system works because if one person can make money, everybody can make money. All right, guys, so mindset, mindset, mindset. That's what we're working with here today. 95% of your success trading is going to be mindset. And the same thing with you guys that are building teams. And I recommend you do both because that's the power of your company. You guys have a killer company and you can do both, right? You can make a ton of money with your service and you can build some leverage by building a team. So everything is levels of awareness, guys, levels of awareness. And right now you're at a certain level of awareness. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is, right? So $50,000 a year is a level of awareness. It's a set of programs causing a physical result. Somebody might be a school teacher or a firefighter or whatever it is, and they're making 50 grand a year, or you might be making 50K a year in your network marketing company. But here's the deal. Nobody's earning 50K a year because they want to. I can promise you that, right? Nobody's earning 50K a year because they want to. They're earning 50K a year because that's what they're aware of how to earn. Does that make sense? Same thing with 100K a year, right? 250K a year. There's nobody earning 250K a year because that's what they want. They're earning 250K a year because that's what they're aware of how to do. Now, they might be comfortable, but there's a big difference between what you want, what you think you can get, and what you're programmed to get. And we're gonna break down some of these walls here. So $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, $5 million a year, right? I'm coaching with Luke Longmire. Our goal is to get him to $5 million a month, right? In the short term. And that's not a big goal or a small goal. It's just a goal. So the deal is $5 million a year. That is a level. It's a frequency. Think about a radio station with different dials, right? And as you go up from AM to FM, it gets higher and higher. It's no difference. It's all frequencies and vibrations. The $5 million a year already exists. It's already here. The money's already here. You're just not a vibrational match for it yet. You see the difference? So what we teach you to do is raise your vibration. The reason so many people are getting this virus right now is because the virus lives between 1 and 5 hertz on the scale of, on the wavelength, right? It's at a low vibration. And there's a lot of low vibrating people on the planet. So they are a vibrational match for the virus. See, somebody like me, I cannot possibly get that virus because I am not a vibrational match for it. And that's not opinion, it's physics. It's the law of attraction responding to vibration, right? So if you get yourself to the frequency in your mind for a long enough period of time of 5 million a year or whatever you guys want, what will happen if you keep studying your industry, studying your mind and taking action every single day and you surrender to the process, you'll slowly see these levels of awareness. One thing leads to the next. You sponsor a new person, you make some good trades, you have a good month. Next thing you know, you end up hitting your goal. right? So you don't need to know how. If you knew how to get to 5 million a year, you'd already be there. I want you to think about that. Think about what your goal is. A lot of you, it's probably chairman 100, right? 100K a month. If you knew how to be there, you'd already be there. So stop worrying about that. Don't spend any time wondering how. Just study with your mind every day, follow the plan, and take daily measurable action. And by the laws, you'll get there. It's not by opinion, it's by law. And see, when you get to your goal, you're going to look back and say, oh my God, like now you'll be able to tell people how it happened. But also when you get to your goal, you're going to say, you know what? I could have gone here. I could have gone to 10 million a year. There is no such thing as big or small, guys, right? There's just conscious awareness and relativity. Guys, type a 7 in the chat if that levels of awareness section raised some interest, if it made sense. Makes sense, doesn't it? Like I said, I can teach this in high school. These are not hard concepts, right? They're just not taught. Sweet, awesome, guys. So play along with me here. It's good to see you live. Guys, type in the chat, what do you think this is? What do you guys think this is? Go ahead and type in the chat. What does this look like to you guys? A baby? Yeah, anything else, baby? What else does this look like? Anybody? Baby steps? Blank slate. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. Fresh sponge. Yeah, blank slate. Energy. It is energy. Good point. Blank canvas. I like it. Yeah, this is you. This is you right now at your current income. And I don't care what your income is. It's just a low level of awareness, right? Unless you're earning 37 million a day like Warren, I'm here too, right? I'm not earning 37 million a day yet. But think about this, right? We're all this blank slate. This is us at our current level of awareness. Now, I give this example, and some of you may have seen this, but I really want this to sink in, guys, because a brand new baby at 3 months old, you could put the clothes for that baby right next to the baby and say, hey, little baby, have at it, get dressed. And the baby's going to wobble its head. It's going to look at you. It might drool a little bit. It might even like crap its diaper or something. But 1,000 times out of 1,000, it is not going to get dressed. It is not aware of how to get dressed. You guys see what awareness is? Now, you notice I didn't say it's not smart enough. It has nothing to do with intelligence. It has to do with awareness, right? So the baby is not aware. Matter of fact, we would actually use the word impossible. 1,000 times out of 1,000, that baby's not getting dressed. But what happens over time is the baby's mentors, the parents, show the baby how to walk, show the baby how to put one arm through this and that. And next thing you know, the baby's learning how to get dressed. And I'm guessing all of you guys are aware of how to get dressed. Otherwise, you'd be sitting on this webinar naked, right? So if you are dressed right now, give yourself a high five. You are aware of how to get dressed. Now, here's the deal. It's no different than becoming aware of how to get to Chairman 100. There's no difference. Now, consciously, you might reject that idea. Consciously, you might say, well, that's way different, but it's not. Now, play along with me again, guys. What do you think this is, right? We got another baby here, but what do you think this is? Go ahead and type in the chat. What do you think this is? What does this look a mess? It's a matter of opinion, right? The baby probably doesn't think it's a mess. What else does this look like from you guys? Mistake, learning to eat, fearless. I like that one. Trying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is you again. This is still you, right? This is you in your brand new network marketing company, making your first trades, talking to your first people, screwing it all up, right? You're learning. There's new language, there's new tonalities. It's a process, right? But here's the difference. And here's what you want to write down, guys. You notice the baby is having fun. Why is it that when we get to be an adult or a teenager or an adult that we stop having fun learning, making mistakes and learning? We get all twisted about it. Oh my God, I got 5 no's today. And we curl up in a ball and we stop moving forward. See, you're programmed to have that happen. What you want to do is embrace the journey. Every single day is a blessing. If you get 5 no's, that's a blessing. It means you're learning. If you get 5 no's, it means you talk to 5 people. It's a step in the right direction. Does that make sense, guys? So you want to have fun on the journey. I don't care what your results are. I only care that you put out the energy. And let me say that differently. It's like, I don't care if you recruit people in your business. I care that you ask people, are you open to taking a look at my business? And you do that every day. Sooner or later, you just get better and better and better. Your level of awareness goes up and up and up. But if you're not taking the daily action, it's like turning a light switch off and expecting the light to be on. It's against physics, physically impossible. You see how that works, guys? And the last thing I want to mention here, guys, and really let this one sink in, none of this is your fault. Whatever's going on in your life right now, wherever you're at, whatever's going on with your income, whatever part of the world you're in, none of this is your fault. And it's not your parents' fault or your spouse's fault. or the school system's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's generational ignorance. We're not given the instruction manual to operate ourselves, and our parents didn't have it either. So we want to let all that baggage go. Don't think about the past. You only want to hyper focus on what do you want and where you're going. I'm going to show you how to do that. And when I tell you there's no such thing as big or small, right? There's only awareness. The earth itself is not big or small. Not until you compare it to a golf ball or the entire galaxy. Think about that. There's no such thing as big or small. 100,000 a month is not a lot or a little. It's just an amount. But if you think it's a lot, if you magnetize it, if you're looking at it like, oh my God, Chairman 100, then you're never going to get to it because you're distancing yourself. You're not in vibration. You're not a vibrational match for the 100K a month. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 7 in the chat if that's resonated. You guys got to become a vibrational match for what you want. And we're going to show you some steps on how to do it here, but it takes the spaced repetition of content. That's why we designed and developed the Mindset Masters, because we have daily live coaching. We keep you guys on track. All right, guys, so let me take you to school on this little bit here. This is how most people are programmed to think. Most people, they wake up in the morning and they're looking at results. It's like, man, my trading count's almost at 0. Like I got 2 people on my team and they're not doing anything. They look at their current results and that results causes their thinking for the day, right? The bank account's empty. They look in the mirror. Maybe they're a little overweight. They're looking at all their current results to cause their thinking for the day. And that thinking causes the feelings, right? Now, feelings is a word that we used to describe the conscious awareness of the vibration that you're in. This is a key point of the webinar, guys. The word feeling, you can substitute that for the conscious awareness of vibration. If you say you feel sad, you're telling me that I'm consciously aware that I'm in a low vibration. If you feel excited, like Maurice was when he opened up this webinar, right? What you're saying is I'm consciously aware that I'm on a high vibration. Now, I don't have to wonder why Maurice's business is blowing up because he's learned and is learning to stay in a high vibration. Therefore, by the law of magnetism, right? By raising your vibration, you invoke magnetism. He will attract the people, places, things, and circumstances to make his goal come into reality. Make sense? So here's the deal, guys. That thinking causes feelings, and the feelings in your subconscious mind are the things that cause your body to move. The body is an instrument of the mind. The subconscious mind is driving the ship. So if you are in a low vibration, you're going to procrastinate. And if you're in a high vibration, you cannot hear no enough times. It will not knock you off. You'll call 100 people in a day and you'll laugh all the way. All right, guys. So here's how we want you to be programmed from here on in. You might want to take a screenshot after this build out is done. You got to learn to start every new day with new thinking. It doesn't matter what happened in the past, not unless you're trying to recreate the past. That makes sense? Like if you're thinking about the past, it means you're trying to recreate the past. We want to think about what's to come, and we want to act as if it's already here, right? My short-term goal is 10 million a month in profit through multiple revenue sources, right? So that's new thinking. That new thinking causes new vibrations. Every time you see feelings, substitute vibrations. And higher vibrations have to cause the body to move differently. This is why I have all these companies. This is why I'm CEO of 4 companies. 6 years ago, I wasn't. I was in a lower vibration. So the body moved differently. My tonalities are different. My actions are different. And if you have new actions by the laws of physics and nature, you have to get new results. That's not opinion, that's science. Guys, take a look at this and screenshot this. This is the 1% thinking. We wake up and we say, this is the way it's going to be, world. We don't look at the world and ask the world how it is. We shape our environment day to day to day. All right, guys? And I'm going to give you another tool here that's going to help you. A lot of you may have seen this. Some of you may have not. This is a mind map. This is something we call the stick man. And it's a representation of you, right? You have a conscious mind. You have a subconscious mind. You have a body. This is you. This is your downline. This is your spouse. This is your kids. This is everybody. And if you want to learn to build a big team, you want to learn to sell to people's paradigms. Think about that. Sales is an emotional exchange, right? If you want somebody to join your team, you have to get involved in an emotional exchange and they have to buy off on your energy. They're buying you, by the way. They're not buying the company. They're buying you. So you better be a damn good version of you every day when you show up. If you're wondering if they're going to join your team, so your words are saying, hey, you got to join my team. I'm awesome. The company's awesome. But your vibration is tanked. you're sending them a double binding message. It's not going to even feel good to be around you, and they're not going to buy. So you got to get an alignment: conscious, subconscious, body, spirit, intellect, body. Selling is on 3 planes, right? It's your words and your tonalities. It's also how you feel, and it's your actions, right? You can see me vibrating at you through the screen, right, with tonalities and gestures. If I was going to sell you something right now, there's a 99% chance you'd buy because of my gestures, my belief. I know what I'm selling, my vibration, and the actions, right? So you guys want to learn to sell on all 3 planes. But here's the deal, guys. We're born in ignorance, and most people, unfortunately, stay in ignorance for their entire life, and then they move on. And because we're born in ignorance, we have worry and doubt about the unknown. And worry and doubt in the conscious mind causes fear in the subconscious mind. So if anybody has fear, excuse me, this is what it is. It's an emotion. It's energy and motion, emotion, right? So fear in the subconscious mind has to suppress to and through the body into the physical form of anxiety. If anybody here has ever had anxiety, this is what's going on. Anxiety is the physical expression of worry and doubt. Does that make sense, guys? Type of 1 in the chat if that resonates, if that makes sense, because from this webinar on, you can actually never have anxiety again if you choose to. Anxiety comes from ignorance, not in a bad way. Ignorance doesn't mean a bad thing. It just means not knowing. All right, guys? So anxiety causes people to procrastinate. If you go to public speak, or if you go to do something like Maurice did here, you're going to organize a big webinar. He got the balls up to even ask me to do this. He might have had some anxiety about that. I don't know. But he pushed through it. He pushed through it, and what happened? All right? He asked and you shall receive, right? So he pushed through that. If he did have fear, he pushed through it. So what happens with most people is they don't push through it. They say, you know, next week or next year, or you know what, maybe I'll do it next time. I'm not going to do that public speaking course. I'm not going to ask that person. And they procrastinate, right? Because we don't like the feeling, it's easier just to not do it, sit on the couch, turn on the TV, and watch other people living their dreams becoming millionaires. Does that make sense, guys? So this is what happens, especially to network marketers. They reach out to 5 people, they get some no's, it doesn't feel good, and they procrastinate. Now, procrastination is going to eventually lead to depression. And let me explain why. Almost all depression follows this map. Unless somebody's born with brain damage, depressed, almost all depression comes from this chain over here, right? Not many people are born depressed. It's an environmental stimulus over time that programs the subconscious mind to cause anxiety and everything you see here. So with a little bit of education, we can reverse that. But the reason why this causes depression is we were born creators. We were born in God's image. God is a creator. Therefore, we are creators. We are born to create from the moment you're born all the way to the end, right? Now, most people are stuck in jobs they hate. So it's a double binding message. What you want to do is find out what you love, become the best at it, and do that forever. I love doing this, right? Now, Bob is better at this than me, but I'm a close second, right? And I'm learning and we're growing here. So the idea is to fall in love with something. I am in love with teaching, coaching, and training this material. And it's what I'm going to do till my dying day here. So you guys want to do the same thing, right? Now, what we're teaching you here is knowledge. Knowledge is the opposite of ignorance. We get knowledge through study and understanding, and it's the repetition, right? It creates positive thinking. Nobody fears what we understand. You don't fear putting your clothes on. You have faith that you do. You guys probably don't fear driving anymore. You have faith that you can drive. Now, if you're brand new in network marketing, you're probably in fear because you have worry and doubt about the unknown. You see what I mean about this being a mind map? You should have this printed out everywhere. And if you're in fear, you just look at this and say, wait a minute. Fear leads to anxiety, procrastination, depression. I need to get on the side of faith. See, faith is not a religious term, although it could be. Faith is a state of mind. Faith is a high vibration that you hold on to. It's believing in the unseen or the unproven, and you hold on to faith until you have understanding. And I'm going to give you an example. You need to have faith that you're going to get to chairman 100 by doing certain things for a long enough period of time. You can't wonder or guess. You need to have faith. And when eventually you get to chairman 100, you won't need the faith anymore. You'll have understanding. And then you'll need to have faith that you can get to chairman 500. You guys see how that works? You only need faith as a bridge for the unknown. All right? So faith and fear are opposite sides of the same thing, which is why you can't be in both at the same time. You're either in fear or faith, guys, and you better pick one. Because faith leads to well-being and calmness. It leads to the body an acceleration, right? Which leads to action, and action produces results, and results put you at ease. Type a 1 in the chat if you would be at ease at Chairman 100. That lifestyle, that income, everything goes away. There's no more debt. There's no more worry, right? So that's what it is. That's what it is, guys. A body at ease is the opposite of a body that's in dis-ease. All right, so take a screenshot of this, and if you're on the mailing list, if you sign up for this, I'll get the PDF file to Maurice, and he can hand it out to you guys. I have these things everywhere. This is a mind map. This will change your entire universe. All right, guys? Now, here's the deal with a goal. Most of you have goals. If you don't, we're going to go over that too. When you have a new goal, Chairman 100, a new idea, you have to get that into the subconscious mind, and you can't just do it once. You need the daily spaced emotional repetition of planting that. What does it feel like? What does it taste like? Who are you with? Where are you traveling? What would you even do with $100,000 a month? Most of you probably don't know that, not definitively. I talk to people about this. Well, it's like I'd buy my mom's a house. I'd buy myself a house. I'd pay off all my bills. I'm like, cool. You know, that's $20K a month. What are you doing with the other $80,000 a month? So you guys want to know what it feels like to be in that goal. And when you suppress this into the subconscious, it triggers the body into movement. This is vibration. And you'll pick up the phone, you'll get on Instagram, your tonalities will come up, your language will change, your whole being will change, and you will turn into a recruiting mother effing monster. Does that make sense, guys? This is what happens. And this is how results are produced. Now, you're all getting results, and you're getting the exact results that you are a vibrational match for. Think about that. We're not guessing here. Whatever results you're getting now, you are in a vibrational match for that. Or at least 6 months ago and leading up to this, that was your vibrational match. If you change your vibration starting today, you need to allow a long enough period of time to allow the law of magnetism and attraction, right, to come into play. It's not going to be like, boom, I made a decision, Chairman 100, you get it tomorrow, right? There's a time period. It's called the law of gestation. But you need to keep the light switch on if you want the lights to be on, right? You can't flick it up and down. You can't prospect one day and take 3 days off and trade one day and take a week off, right? That's intermittent energy flow. It doesn't work. There's nothing in the universe that's created with intermittent energy flow. You need consistency. All right, guys, so play along with me again, just so I know you're awake. What does this look like to you guys? Take a look at this picture. And what does this look like to you guys? What is this an expression? A mess, chaos, stress, dis-ease, headache, stress, yeah, confusion, overthinking. Exactly. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think you can create anything if this is what your mind looks like, right? This is what fear looks like. This is what doubt looks like. This is what happens when you're worrying. Guys, let this one sink in and print this one down in your notes. Worrying is like praying for what you don't want. Now, I know we have a lot of believers here, and it's funny when you say the term believer, because that's like saying you believe in gravity. But I know we have a lot of believers here. Worrying is like praying for what you don't want, right? What we want to do is always give gratitude and have faith and always be praying for what we do want, which is faith, right? These are auto-suggestions when you're talking to yourself and God and the universe and you're putting this energy out. So let me ask you this. What does this look like a picture of? When you look at this picture, what do you think what does this remind you of? Or what is this an expression of? Success, millions, success, anything else? Champions, woo, peace. Yeah, peace hands, right? Belief, glory, winners, faith. There we go, boom. Exactly, right? These guys don't wonder if they're going to be successful. A long time ago, they made a decision to be successful. And I know most of you guys know Alex's journey. You might not know Grant's. But at some point in time, you got to put a damn stake in the ground and make a decision. This is what most people don't do. And again, it's not your fault. We don't have a course on decision making in high school, right? So you got to make a decision. All right, guys. So type a 1 in the chat if this is resonating. I'm going to grab a little coffee here. We're going to get into some mechanics, all right? I want to give you mindset, but I want to give you a little bit of network marketing mechanics. I teach a 5-hour-a-week business model, made me the #2 income earner in our whole company. It's a very, very, very part-time thing for me. I do network marketing because I get to do this. I get to teach and coach and train. I get to pick somebody up, dust them off, spin their head around with some mindset, and give them a vehicle to build wealth through, right? So I love network marketing for that part of it. but it's like the sixth thing I do. So I'm going to give you a little daily method of operation. All right. Number one, study for your mind. We're going to give you a link. Join the Mindset Masters. It's 67 cents a day. If you can't invest that, I don't know what to say, right? So study for your mind. We set up a program so that you have daily spaced repetition. That's what you need. So number one, study for your mind every single day, right? Study your craft. In your case, it's iMarkets Live. They have a system. Study that system. Use the system. Paper trade every day. When I'm coaching somebody in trading, I say, you want to get to the point where you can't tell the difference between paper trading and live trading. The only way to do that is to trade exactly like it's always live, right? What's your daily method of operation? What are your trading hours? What hours in the day on your calendar can you point to and say, my business is open? All right, guys? And my main man, the Wolf, dropped the link there, right? So studying your craft. And then you got to take daily measurable action. This is one thing that people are missing. Most people are taking daily intermittent, non-measurable action. This is some simple things, right? So when we're talking about the mindset part of it, again, here's the link. The Mindset Masters, we work in mindset. It wouldn't matter if you're in iMarkets Live, network marketing, real estate, Shopify stores, Amazon, multiple streams, none of that matters, right? 95% of success is mindset. That's what we're doing here, daily live coaching. And we have Monday night webinars at 8 o'clock Eastern that Maurice is on, and it's 2 a.m. in London. So we teach mindset, and we also teach network marketing strategy as well. So if you want to click on that link, go ahead and join that. I'd love to see you guys in there. So that's the mindset piece. The daily measurable action. This is the part we want to work on. All right. What are your hours of operation? Guys, if you can't right now, if you can't look at a calendar and tell me when you're working your iMarkets Live business, you're not in business. It's a hobby. And I'm not saying that to insult anybody. I'm just assuming, matter of fact, type a 7 in the chat. Who here is looking to get to at least Chairman 25? Type a 7 in the chat if that's your goal, at least Chairman 25, right? So I thought so, right? Nobody's here to play games. So if that's the case, when is your business open? Warren Buffett would tell you the same thing. What are your hours of operation? When are you showing up during the week for a presentation? When are you giving a presentation to multiple people, right? When are you trading? When are you prospecting? So these are two things you need to look at your calendar. I'm trading between 9 and 11, and I'm prospecting between whatever and whatever. And guys, you can do this for a half hour a day. It doesn't have to be full time, but you want to know in your mind when it is, look at the calendar and then go to work, right? People have no problem working 40 hours a week for a job, making 20 bucks an hour. But when it comes to a business where they could earn 7 figures a month and they don't have the hours on the calendar, you guys feel me? You see where the disconnect is, right? So make sure you're doing this. Hours of operation. Prospecting. Guys, this is simple. People say, oh, I have a goal of talking to 20 people a day. That's not a goal. You know how to talk to 20 people a day. Just do the damn work. That's not a goal. A goal is Chairman 100. You might not know how to hit that yet, so that's a good C-type goal. But a goal is not 20 people a day. That's just a necessary task. So you want to get the language straight. Don't tell yourself my goal is to go to the gym. You know how to go to the gym. Just do it, right? Do it. And we teach this stuff too. We teach people why they don't do the things they know how to do. It's called the knowing doing gap. But how many people are you reaching out to every day and saying, are you open to take a look at my business? Hey, Maurice, we don't know each other, but I see you in real estate. I have a business idea I want to run by you. It might help you in your real estate business. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit or not, but man, I'd love to connect. Are you open to jumping on a Zoom? Now think about that, and you can get the recording of that. If you sent that to 50 people a day, you can just surrender to the process, man. You're going to be backing it up, and you just follow the process. You escalate them, you educate them. Certain people say yes, some people say no. So here's your daily measurable actions, and then surrender to the process. This is probably the biggest part of this whole slide, guys. You got to surrender to the process, because I promise you, if you're studying your mind and you're studying Forex trading and you're taking daily measurable action, the only variable is time. Let that one sink in, right? If you're studying your mind, it means you're raising your level of awareness. That's what Alex did. Now he's cashing in pretty good, right? That's all he did. Studied in his mindset every day. And he studied the craft, obviously. He studies network marketing. But then he takes daily measurable action. The fourth thing is let God and let go, right? Let God and let go. You can't wonder every day if this is going to work or not. You're turning the light switch off every time you do that. When you have fear and doubt, you're turning the switch off, but you're expecting the light to express energy. That would be the definition of insanity. So you got to surrender to the process, guys. This is so easy, most people miss it. You also want to have a weekly method of operation. And Maurice, you and I can chat one-on-one because I want to help you out with this with your team. You want to have a weekly method of operation. You want to attend at least one weekly business presentation, training, Zoom, or something. You want that for your own mind. You got to hear the message every single week, at least once. I don't care if you're not bringing anybody to the meeting. You need to hear it. And then eventually you need to speak it, right? You want to be the person with 5,000 people on your webinar where you're presenting the business and you're dropping bombs and dropping nuggets, all right? So the only way to do that is to listen, then we do, right? Think about that. So make sure you, in your weekly method of operation, can point to a calendar and say, this is the training I'm showing up with. All right, guys? That's 1 hour a week, right? The other thing that I want to talk to you about, Maurice, is creating a weekly prospecting Zoom meeting. I do this inside of my company, and it is a super powerful thing to do. We meet every morning, every Saturday morning for an hour, and I'll have hundreds of people on there, and I teach them how to text blitz. All we're doing, the goal is to send out 50 invites. I don't care if it's Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, or text. We sit down, we go to work, I teach them the language, and we send out invites. And we had like 200 people on last Saturday, times 50 invites. Think about this, right? 200 people, 50 invites. 10,000 invites in 1 hour went out in my business. How many of you would like to have 10,000 invites in 1 hour go out in your business? Right? You want leverage. This is a super simple thing to do, and I'll teach you guys how to do it. All right, guys? And then promotions and follow-up. All right? Promotions and follow-up. You got to promote network marketing. You got to promote iMarkets Live. You got to follow up with people. If you're still stuck in the phase about, I don't know if network marketing works, you need to crack a book, man. I promise you it works. There's over $200 billion a year in products and services being moved. So many millionaires, multi-millionaires in network marketing. A lot of people, Tony Robbins got to start in network marketing, Jim Rohn, a lot of very, very successful people. Network marketing is like a gateway drug into entrepreneurship. All right, guys, so here's a weekly method of operation. I'm talking about 2 hours. And then you set 5, 10, 20 appointments a week, whatever you guys want, but know the number. I do an hour on Tuesdays, an hour on Saturdays, 5 half-hour appointments a week, maybe the top recruiter in my whole company. I don't say that to impress you. I'm saying it's so easy, people miss it. I'm just like a goat. I'm a machine. I don't care what people think. I know if I do the thing that the results have to follow, just like turning a light switch on. I know 1,000 times out of 1,000, that light's going to come on. It's physics. All right, guys, let me catch a little breath here. I'm ranting my face off. All right, type a 1 in the chat if this is resonating, if we're hitting home here, if you guys are getting some value out of this. Awesome. I love helping out, guys. So I'm going to give you some tools. Here's some more mechanics. And a lot of you know what a goal card is, but you're probably not using it or understanding properly, right? We also have vision boards. Again, a lot of people have heard of this, but they don't know why a vision board works. And then the life script. The life script is the most important thing we can talk about here. This is where you brainwash yourself. You speak the truth. You speak the future. You speak it into existence. All right, Steve Jobs did this, right? Mark Zuckerberg, he spoke about Facebook, and now there's over 2 billion people on the planet, and he's worth, I think, close to $100 billion, or maybe in the 90s, I can't remember, somewhere between 70 and 90 billion. He spoke that into existence. You guys can do the same thing. Words are energy, guys, all right? So the goal card, this is a short statement. Most of what you guys are saying are not goals, they're tasks. Like I said, setting a goal of going to the gym, that's not a goal, that's a task. You already know how to do it. A goal is something that you don't know how to do. It's a short, clear, concise paragraph on a little card laminated in your pocket. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning in excess of $100,000 a month through multiple revenue sources in a calm, confident manner by January 1, 2021. It's an amount, it's a date. I like to say through multiple revenue sources. I mean, do you really care? At $100,000 a month, if it's coming from multiple sources, does it have to be Chairman 100? Or could you do some real estate deals? Could you have some other things come into your existence? You want to make sure you're not so pigeonholed that you're not open to the universe providing what you're asking for through a different channel. Make sense, guys? So I like to use that language. It's carried in your pocket. You want to be touching this thing every single day. You want to pull it out multiple times a day. You want to fall in love with it. You want to feel it, express it, be it. Read it every morning, 10 times out loud. Read it every night. You're brainwashing yourself. Some of it's going to sound like you're lying to yourself. That's exactly what you're doing. That's what brainwashing is. If you lie to yourself long enough, it'll become truth in your subconscious mind. And here's the deal. Less than 1% of the population has their goals written. Now think about this. If you remember the slide I told you back before, that 96% of the world's wealth is controlled by 1% of the population, and now 1% of the population has their goals written. Do you guys see the correlation here? You see what I'm trying to say? Don't miss this point. Have a goal card, carry it around, have that thing, because it puts you in the 1% of thinkers. All right, guys, a vision board. A lot of people think vision boards are unicorns and rainbows. Vision boards are science, right? The vision board is going to have pictures of the results of the goal achieved. At $100,000 a month, what are you doing with it? Where are you living? What's going on with your family? Do you have the dream car? Do you have the Rolex? Are you giving to charity? Print out pictures of the wish fulfilled, right? A picture is worth 1,000 words. That's not an opinion. That's the way we think. Human beings, we think in pictures. We don't think in words. I can paint a picture in your mind using words, right? I can talk about a sweet mansion in Maui right on the beach with the waterfalls in the back and the clear blue skies and the crystal clear water and like running around on a jet boat, right? I can paint a picture in your mind, but we think in pictures. The vision board reinforces the goal into the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind will say, yes, I want what's on the board. Therefore, I'm going to make the goal happen. I'm going to pick up the phone and start dialing for dollars. That makes sense? So the vision board is an integral piece. And again, guys, we think in pictures. And if you don't think we think in pictures, what I'm good at doing, guys, is giving you evidence. I want to give you evidence so that you understand what I'm talking about is science. It's not my opinion. It's not my material either. We think in pictures. If you go back to the Stone Age, we can find hieroglyphics on cave walls of things like this, showing a hunt, showing animals with hunters, right? Here's what you got to realize. These natives, they were not drawing a picture of something that happened. They didn't go hunt and then draw a picture. They were drawing a picture of something they were trying to call into existence because they were hungry and trying to feed the tribe. They were connecting with God and the infinite, saying, this we want. That's what a vision board is. This we want. Right? Nobody gets to $1 million a month and then goes and buys a mansion, a Ferrari, a cigarette boat, and then takes pictures. Nobody makes a vision board after they achieve all those things. We make a vision board to call it into existence. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 7 in the chat if that's making sense about a vision board. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I love it. Love it, love it. A lot of smart people here. So here's an example of a vision board. This thing is 4 feet by 8 feet, and I have 3 of them. Right? Now, this house right here used to be on my vision board. Here is it. I don't know if you can see this. I got 650 feet of beach frontage, 3 docks that are steel and concrete in a crazy 5,000 square foot house. This was on my vision board. Now I'm actually broadcasting. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys. I am broadcasting. Right? Can you guys see that? That's the lake house. That used to be on my vision board. Now that house, guys, it wasn't even for sale. Think about that one. That house was never for sale. It caused me to think. It caused me to act. It caused me to call the guy for 18 months straight. And he kept saying, no, 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 it's not for sale. Well, guess what? Finally, he cracked and I made a deal that he couldn't refuse. And now I'm in the house. All right, guys. So whatever, this is all the results of what you want. And the vision board is, there's no right or wrong to it. Just start putting pictures of what you want. Make sense, guys? So I always tell people say, oh, I have a vision board. And it's this little 2 foot by 2 foot thing. Small vision board, small vision. Large vision board, large vision. That's why I have 3 of those boards. All right, guys? Let's talk a little bit about the life script. Here's the most important piece. A life script is a story that you script out. And don't get confused. Don't think you have to write the next Pulitzer Prize winning novel. Just get something out. The state of mind must be the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So the state of mind must be the vibration of the goal achieved. All right? That's what's in a life script. You start to script it out. My life script, I start giving gratitude for about 3 minutes about everything. My family, my body, I mean, the hot water in the shower. I give gratitude about everything. I say it out loud. I record it on a recorder. So I wrote this out on a notepad. And then I have a lot of things about like tapping into the infinite and my connection with God, spiritual, physical, relationship, everything that you want in your life. And then I go into the business demands, right? My goal is $21 billion in net worth and assets by age 55 through multiple revenue streams. So everything in my life script is about that. It's about the philanthropy. It's about having millions of people in the Mindset Masters. So my life script is a scripted story about my life as if it's already here, all of it now. Does that make sense, guys? And then you record it on a voice recorder and you loop it in the mornings. This is brainwashing 101, right? It's the written and spoken story of your life as if. So it's you brainwashing yourself. And if you think brainwashing is a bad term, guess what? You're already brainwashed. You were born into a construct. Then you got put in school. And then you went to high school, college, right? And so we're all brainwashed. We just didn't choose the brainwashing. Now you guys are choosing the brainwashing. That's what a life script is, all right, guys? And anything that can be programmed in to the subconscious mind can be programmed out, and new programs can be put in, and this is how you do it. It's called the actor's technique. If any of you have seen the movie, the Batman movies with Heath Ledger, right? He had a script. He read the script over and over and over and listened to it. He became the Joker, and it was over the course of like 18 months. That character was so dark that Heath Ledger could not come out of that character, and ultimately was in a dark place and committed suicide. So think about this. Actors use this all the time. It's called the actor's technique. It's a script, right? All you're doing is choosing to write the script of your own life and then recording it and playing it to yourself. Now, most people won't do that. You're going to be like, well, maybe I'll write it down, and then you just won't do it. And this is why most people are not successful. They don't do the things that lead to success. And this is one of them. All right, guys? So most people don't do this. And I want you to understand something, guys, about network marketing, or really anything in life. This is anything. And I always like to tell this story. There was an African tribe in recorded history, and every single time they did a rain dance, it rained. Now, throughout all of the rest of the world history, every single tribe in recorded history, it was more of a sporadic thing. There was no direct correlation where every single time a tribe would dance, it would rain, right? It would just be kind of random. But there was one tribe in all of history, every single time they did a rain dance, it rained. I want to see if anybody here, if you've heard the story, don't chime in. Give me some answers. Why do you think this is? Why this one tribe, every single time they did a rain dance? Go ahead and type in the chat. Why do you think it rained? Vibrations? Yeah, that's actually part of it. That's a good answer. Power of belief. They never stopped. There we go. Faith is one of them. But that's the deal, guys. Every time they did a rain dance, they danced until it rained. Let that one sink in, because that's network marketing 101. They danced until. All you got to do is a couple of things. There's 4 things. Study your mind every day. Study your industry. Take daily measurable action. Surrender to the process. Anybody can do that. And then you just do it day after day after day after day after day. And next thing you know, Chairman 25, and day after day, and repeat. And I don't care if there's a virus. I don't care if there's a death in the family. You repeat, you repeat, you repeat, you repeat. This is how we think. This is how the 1% thinks. All right, guys, we don't make excuses. We make success, and you can't do both. Make sense? You guys feel me? Type a 1 in the chat if you feel me on that. Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. Again, success and wealth is 95% mindset and 5% what you do. I think we've proved that here. We've given you some tools, right? Warren Buffett, success is 95% mindset. It's decision, though. You guys got to make a decision. That's what's missing. You don't need to know how. If you knew how, you'd already be there. You need to make a decision of what you want. The rest will come if you just follow this process, right? Same thing with Grant Cardone. He doesn't make guesses. He makes decisions, right? Same thing with Alex. Alex isn't wondering. He's not screwing around. He's not playing small. He makes a decision. And then he follows these exact steps we're talking about here. So you guys got to make a decision. That's how you get to 25K a month. That's how you get to 50K a month, right? That's how you get to Chairman 100. And eventually, that's how you get the Chairman 500, right? And maybe even more, right? You start to get to those numbers, you diversify real estate, you got companies, you may have ideas to start a whole companies, right? But it all starts with decisions, guys. Decision, decision, decision. And again, it's not your fault. Most of you are not taught how to make decisions. A decision is what do I want, not what do I think I can get. That makes sense, guys? So we want to teach you guys how to make decisions. Again, if this is resonating with you, go ahead and click on the link that Maurice put in the chat. And Maurice, if you want to put that in there and then freeze the chat, that would be good. You can click on that link. Again, guys, it's 67 cents a day. This is not a big thing. I do this because you got to have some skin in the game, right? If we did this for free, people don't value free. Matter of fact, we had a fear. I shouldn't say a fear. We were wondering if people were going to value because it's so damn cheap. But we did it anyway, because the whole idea of the Mindset Masters is service to many leads to greatness, and also no one left behind. All right, guys? No one left behind. So you guys got to make a decision now. I want you to imagine your life 6 months from now, a year from now, studying your mind, right? Studying your craft, taking action. Think about that 6 months from now, 12 months from now. What do you imagine your life would be like, right? As you're all growing together, this community that Maurice is creating, this mindset, this culture, what would your life look like? 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. Imagine what your life would look like. Starting to understand how Warren Buffett thinks and acts and operates. Think about that. How many of you would like to know for sure exactly how Alex processes information, how he thinks and acts and operates, right? That's what we teach in the Mindset Masters. We teach you guys how to make decisions, how to tap into the infinite, and how to use your conscious and your subconscious mind, right? Imagine as you're climbing these ranks, what does it feel like? Who are you with? What are you driving, right? Imagine this journey. It's all about the journey, by the way. It's not about the end result. It's all about the journey. But again, you got to make a decision. All right, guys, you got to make a decision. You can't procrastinate. You can't say, well, let me think about it till tomorrow. Let me think about it is a decision to procrastinate. All right, guys, I want you to think about that. If you say, let me think about it, what you're saying is I'm deciding to procrastinate. And Albert Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I disagree. The definition of insanity is watching this webinar and then not becoming a mindset master. All right, guys. So that's my time here today. Hopefully this has been of some value to you guys. The link is in the chat there. If you've got some value, go ahead and type 1s and 7s and hell yeses and booms and everything you want. It's been my absolute pleasure to serve you guys here today. Maurice, thanks for inviting me, to your family and to your culture. If you want to come on and say the last few things, love to have you come back on and we'll wrap it up.
Well, I don't even know what to say. Oh my days. I've been getting this every week now since I joined the Mindset Masters. And this session here, this session was a different level, man. I got pages and pages.
Good, brother, good.
I feel like I'm in English again. Drop some fire, drop some 1s in the chat if you just got flamed just now. Drop some 1s in the chat if it was just next level, right? Bro, Brian, man, thank you so much for this call. We appreciate you a lot for this. And as he was saying, these trainings, you're going to be getting them every week. Obviously, UK, 2 a.m. in the morning, join me up there. But it doesn't matter where you are from around the world. Imagine this combined with everything else that we're learning in IM as well. This is probably one of the reasons why, foreign wealth is booming so much, because we're all vibrating on that level of frequency. We're all running, right? And imagine just soaking yourself and absorbing all this information in, and information from IM all in right now during lockdown. You will be a complete different human being after quarantine. Guaranteed facts, period. Right? So Brian, I got nothing else to say, bro. I was even gonna mention the dance until it rains, and then you mentioned it. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. There we go. Everything's covered.
That's the deal. That's the deal, brother.
this is amazing. So, bro, we appreciate you a lot. Anyone that needs a link, because obviously the chat box is open again, so it's probably just lost in there. Anyone that needs a link, if you have my number, message me on WhatsApp. If my Instagram, just DM me. I'll send you the link. Obviously, from I'll just put it in our group chat. But anyone that needs a link, just drop me a message. I'll send it to you, and you guys will have that. And this recording will be sent out to all of you as well. Okay? So, guys, we love you all. Brian, again, thank you again, bro. I appreciate you a lot for this. And we will see you very soon, part of Mindset Masters. Peace.
Be well, everybody. God bless. Thanks, Maurice. Take care, guys.